Hello everyone, welcome to the Kukali Bushcraft channel. Okay, so I've been doing a couple of knife reviews recently and I thought I'd do one with a bit of a difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I think is the most exotic and possibly interesting knife in my collection. It's this, it's an Aboriginal knife from Taiwan. I'm going to start off with a little history lesson actually. So the Aboriginal people, the indigenous people of Taiwan, Austronesian would be more correct. They're not connected to the Aborigines in Australia. They're more closely related to the Polynesian people. Well, they now make up about 2.3% of the population of Taiwan. The bulk of the population, descendants of the Han Chinese people who came across in the 17th century. For many years, the indigenous people were left in the mountains all on their own. And yeah, the mountains are very steep and very easily defended. And yeah, they were headhunters and quite warlike. And they weren't really the sort of people that you'd want to mess with. Until the Japanese came along in the end of the 19th century and they went up into the mountains looking for timber and other resources, and they conquered basically the whole island and they stayed there up until the end of the Second World War. So the knife itself, these vary in design quite a lot. Many of them are stick tang with wooden handles or wooden leather, and they're generally bigger than this one. This is quite a little one, even though it's getting on for, yeah, just over 8 inches I'd say. So that'd be 200 millimeters. They're typically a lot bigger, and many of them have got an upswept blade. Some of them bordering on being a sword. So it's more like some kind of a sabre, which of course, being a weapon, is one of its important uses. Many of them have these socketed handles, which are often wrapped with cordage to give a bit of grip. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the cold steel Bushman knife. That's made in Taiwan, so maybe this influences the design. Also, as a weapon, this has got a socketed handle which you can put a stick in and make it into a spear. So if you look at the shape of the blade, and on the end of a stick, that's a pretty formidable weapon. Okay, I chose this design over the others, by the way, because I spent quite a bit of time with the Rukai people in the mountains, well, a few days, and this was the knife that they seemed to favour over the stick tangs. The sheath, which the Rukai people, this isn't Rukai. This was made by a guy from the Sirocco tribe, but they typically tend to lash a plastic sheath with a pull saw in it to the back of this sheath, so they carry the two things together. You've got two holes there with a recess, so as the knife doesn't cut your cordage. This would typically have a natural fibre rope passing through it. I'm using paracord because I've always got paracord. But yeah, this can go around your belt, around your shoulder, and with the folding saw, it's quite a good combination. So the metal slats there, just pull the cord back into its recess. They give excellent retention. That's not going to fall out accidentally ever, unless these come out. It's got a little design on the bottom, so that's representative of the 100 pacer, or the Chinese moccasin, which is a sacred animal to the tribal people of Taiwan. It's called the 100 pacer because if it bites you, you walk about 100 paces and then you fall over and you don't get up again. You see images of this snake all over the place in Taiwan where there's tribal people. Okay, well, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.